What's up, YouTube? Wolf190D back with another installment of Where Are the Lilith Altars? This time I'm going to be focusing on Hawezar, and I will start off, as always, with the northern portion of the map. But I do have it zoomed out just to give you a general idea. You have these couple little passes from other areas of the map, but Hawezar is fairly isolated. There are 34 Lilith altars to find there. Now, the first starting off, we're going to start off with Wejanahi. I think that's how you pronounce that. But anyway, in that vicinity, you're in the Dismal Foothills. Excuse me. You have one in the northernmost pass. Now, you can't, unfortunately, access this from the transition area between the Fractured Peaks and Hawezar. But it is up there by Heathen's Keep. So if you're at Heathen's Keep, just keep running north along the edge of the edge of the map, and you'll find that one buried up in the hills up there. There is another one right next door to Oblivion, so that one's within easy reach. And then there is another one over by Light's Refuge. So Wejanahi, I do believe, once again, I might be mispronouncing that. Correct me if I'm wrong. That would be nice. I always like to make sure I get my enunciations done properly. And then also within the Dismal Foothills, you have two more that are in the southeastern, the southeastern kind of quadrant. Now in that transition area, when you're crossing down into the ruins of Rockite Keep, you've got one up in the north of that. I'm not entirely sure, but I do believe, and again, this has been kind of an observation, that in at least one of these strongholds, you do have to start the stronghold in order to access some of these. Otherwise, there's an impassable bit of rubble or something that makes it really difficult to just run in, grab it, and get out. Other ones you can. So pay attention to which one you're in. And again, sometimes you do have to start those strongholds in order to get at them. And there is another one in Blight Marsh in the north that's in the ballpark of these other two. So if you're up there running around grabbing these two, just run down through this little pass, and boom, it's right there. It's over close to, let me see here. Well, there's really no other waypoint to go off of with that one. These are those Grim Favors, Grim Tokens. All right, moving down and around, we have the Crusaders Monument. There is one in the very northernmost part of the Crusaders Monument. That one I do believe you can just run right up, grab it. You don't have to start the stronghold in order to get it. All right, over there by the Bastion of Faith in the southern portion of that, but this one's in the north. So I think you can just run in and grab that one. Zarbinzet, you have 4 in the vicinity of Zarbinzet. So if you already have Zarbinzet, boom, you just run to the north, and this little sort of keep kind of area up here, it's right in the ballpark of that. Over in the westernmost portion of the Umir Plateau, you can grab that. And hey, if you're on your way from that down to the Earthen Wound, you can also grab this other one. This, I don't think, goes anywhere. I don't think. I mean, it says it's an undiscovered area, but it doesn't look like it goes anywhere, at least as far as I've progressed in the story, and I'm completed with the story. So maybe there's something there after the fact. Don't know. And the other one, of course, is going to be in the eastern and just slightly southern, but pretty much right due east of Zarbinzet. You come out, you go around this thing one way or the other, probably shorter to go around that southern horn, and you get up into that one there. All right, moving into the Fethus Wastelands, or wetlands rather, I'm sorry, Fethus Wetlands. There are 4 in there, one in the south, one on the way actually between that and the southern, the Blind Burrows. So you could go pop this one, it's on the coast. You could come grab this one, and then you could go do the Blind Burrows. I know some of the Nightmare dungeons open up there. So also using Morgan's Works as a reference point, you come down out of that to the west, and it's right around one of those impassable areas. And then the other one, of course, is right to the north. You have to go all the way around to the north side of that and come down into that little pocket. It's right there. All right, moving on to the Toxic Fens. You have 4 in the Toxic Fens, 1 on the coast, 1 in the vicinity of the ruins of Eridu, and also if you have gone to the Goa ruins, there's 2 right to the north of that. Boom and boom. There's also 1 inside of Vairez. Is that how you pronounce that, Vairez? This, you might have to start the stronghold in order to get at it, but hey, it's right there, easy enough to find. Moving out to the Forsaken Coast, you have 3 to locate. If you have Backwater as a waypoint, great. The Haunted Wreckage has nothing in it. There's one in the southernmost point. There's one over next to the Faceless Shrine. And then there is one sort of north. If you're looking at the transition point between Blight Marsh and the Forsaken Coast, it's right through there. That's the easiest way to get at that one, unless you're just coming from Backwater. But it's sort of actually right in the middle of all of these transition points in the northern part of the Forsaken Coast. So again, easy enough to find. If you are doing that Sunken Temple mission, there is an Altar of Lilith right in the vicinity of that as well. It's just south of the transition point where you go to do the Forsaken Temple. It's right next to the Belfry's Zakara. So it's right there on the coast. There's another one right in the vicinity of the Haunted Refuge. So you just, if you're coming from the Haunted Refuge, it's right there to the southeast. All right, moving to the central point, Blight Marsh, we have, let's see here, 3 to locate. One is next to the Serpent's Lair. So if you're doing that Serpent's Lair quest, I know there's a quest and then also some Nightmare Dungeons that'll open up there. Boom, it's right there. You have one to the north of that. So if you ran all the way to the north of Blight Marsh and like transitioning into the Dismal Foothills, you have one to the north there. And then one at the transition to the Writhing Mire. That is Mire, right? Yes, that's Mire. And there's one right here into that transition area. Moving into, let me see here, Dismal Foothills, I think I've already done. Yes, I have already done that. So the last area, the Tree of Whispers, if you're up around the Tree of Whispers, there is one directly to the south. Just follow the little marshy area, and it's right in this little pocket near the Tree of Whispers. There's one up by the Fetid Mausoleum. Actually, there's 2 in that vicinity. There's one right up on the same plane, and then there's another one due south. Follow the edge of the map around. There's one right there. Bam, got that. And then, of course, the Haunted Refuge as a reference point. If you're still in the Writhing Mire, you go to the south, the transition area. It's right on this one, this little J-shaped bit, and it's tucked up in the southern pocket. All right. That should cover Hawezar, the Ruins of Rakat. Yeah, I went over that. So that should cover Hawezar. As always, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.